after 3-4 years.
Welcome.
Yes.
You have finally come to the museum.
Yes, finally, the place that I've been seeing on social media with all the cars that are hidden somewhere behind.
I was gonna say, you think there are cars here?
I see some other cars, like the Senna.
Shall we press the magic buttons?
Yes, do the button.
Do the magic buttons. Boom.
Boom.
There are some cars here.
So the door is milky, so this is basically the Milky Way, right? That's
yes,
why.
welcome to the Milky Way.
Yes.
My galaxy.
Oh, look at that, M3 Touring. Yeah, we obviously drove here. That's why we are also here, and the car is nicely used and dirty. But yeah.
I love seeing it like that. It's the same for me right now.
Yes, the Puro Sangue. It's not the first one I'm seeing in person, but it's definitely the first one I'm seeing from you.
I haven't done a ring lap with it yet.
No.
We need to sort that out.
I think, well...
I actually think you haven't done a lap with
No.
I actually reckon it will be better than you would think. Because it's still a front mid-engine GT.
V12, yeah, proper car.
It drives really well. The damper tech on this is insane. The way it rides, and especially here in the UK with our horrible roads.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that with the M3?
It's
how bumpy. I guess you haven't really had any country lanes.
Nah.
You just had motorways.
But yeah, it's bumpy, but I'm used to it because also in the Eifel we have some bumpy roads, but it's quite good, yeah.
What do you think of this kind of stuff?
I haven't driven a BYD yet, but I wouldn't mind trying it out. It will be
I like it more than I think I should.
Yeah?
You know, it's a lot of car for the money. Here in the UK, this top spec is like £48,000.
Okay.
520 horsepower.
Wow.
Obviously, electric is such a different mindset because you don't think about it. You just get in, pop it in drive and go. But it's really easy and really just smooth and just goes. Yes, 250 miles, 400 kilometer range. It would be nice if it was more.
Yes.
But that's no worse than my newest car is, the M2.
True.
It's about the same. You get 250 miles off a tank in this.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's literally 2 weeks old. It's got about 1,000 miles. Just needs to go for its oil change.
And get a wing.
And can get a big wing with a button.
Yeah.
And then that lurks behind it.
The F1 show car.
Yeah, FW19, 97, Villeneuve year. Kind of almost an accident that I ended up with something really cool because it was a racing sim before. It was cool as a sim, but it's even cooler when it's back in its proper livery looking like F1 car.
All the plates you had.
Yeah, look, even some. You remember this one? I'm sure you remember that.
Ah, yeah.
Do you remember that day when I drove to come and see you guys and it fell off on the way?
Yes. Yeah.
We had to make it. Yes. I think Diana helped me print this out.
Oh yeah.
In the office.
Do you remember this?
Do you remember this? What was it? From my GT3. When I lost the plate on the waistcoat, you printed this for me. And it's on the wall here.
Yeah.
That was like 6 years ago. Yes. Because when I got back, I had to get a new plate, so then I got that one that kind of says Shmee if you squint. And
I cannot believe that's on the wall there.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I've got every plate from every car I've had.
So the Ferraris, this one visited us earlier this year. This, of course, one of the OG Shmee mobiles.
Yeah. 8.5 years old.
Some carousels, crate marks?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Because there was one day when I did the driver training with this. Do you remember that? I think we must have been with you then. And obviously in one day you do like 20 laps, 25 laps or something. So it got quite a battering. I forgot the 296 had been out to stay with you.
Yeah, it stayed with us. Yeah.
You kindly received it for me because I was off on some other, I think, drive or something.
Roma.
Great car.
Yeah.
Very hard to explain to people because people have this misconception.
I don't know. I love the looks. I love the interior.
But everybody thinks it's, they made you buy it. All of that kind of rubbish. But the thing is, it's actually a great car.
Yeah.
It's just, yes, it's the entry. It's the same with the Caymans for Porsche. Oh, they make, or now, or electric Taycan or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've really enjoyed it. We've got 2,500 miles on it in a few months. This has obviously got a lot of miles.
Yep.
60-something thousand kilometers.
Yep.
We'll come back with it again soon. It needs new discs. The discs, you probably know a lot more about this than I do. The discs have a couple of, there are a couple of cracks that go around the top.
Yep.
So we've ordered some new just OEM because I think it's, at this level, don't mess with it.
Of course, yeah.
Just change them. Expensive, but not as bad as I thought they might be. You know, if you need a new set of McLaren or Ferrari discs, that's pounds, 15 grand, 20,000 euros, something like that. This is, I want to say £6,000 for the pair.
Really?
It's like 7 or 8,000.
It's like Corvette price.
Yeah, so I was quite impressed with that. I mean, it's an older part, it's not...
Still.
Yeah.
They could have, but
They could have charged you double.
Yeah.
So I'm quite pleased. You know, it's had 15 odd track days, but it's been to some very hot places, very cold places, because I took it to the Arctic Circle in winter, and to the Middle East. So it's done the rounds.
Other Black Series.
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with you with the SLS.
Yeah, I remember that.
In 2020.
Yeah, when we were going up and down and
All sorts of things there.
Yeah. Focus, RS.
Love my Fords.
We've done the lap in this. Remember that? Oh, that's probably one of the best, if not the best sounding cars that you have here.
Yep.
Yeah, GT8. You should definitely never do that away. Gio wants to buy like a Aston one day. He says.
Well, they're amazing value.
Yeah.
Something like this. That's a facelift 4.7 Roadster. So the higher end of them. Obviously, if you have a 4.3 coupe, it would be less. But that's only worth like £40,000. 25 grand can get you into. And if you think about modern cars, like a modern electric hatch is double that.
Yeah.
So like put the money aside for the running costs. And servicing
exactly.
Or whatever, and
yeah, makes sense.
I've got very into the like modern classic stuff recently. You know, the
that's
fun.
Cool. Yeah, that's very nice.
Fun little toys.
That's for me one of my goals. I still want to drive like the V6.
This hasn't been over to Germany yet.
Yeah.
It needs
it
to.
Should
at some
be fun.
Point.
Should be fun. And then of course your almost first car.
Yeah, almost.
Do you have the first car here?
Not here.
It's somewhere, around the corner.
It's actually at my friends at Dub Customs who do lots of wrapping.
Okay.
It's just a lump of metal.
It's a lump of metal, but you have it. It's fun.
Stockpiles of wheels and tires. You know that pain. And then
Gallardo.
Two of my friends, one guy's lent me his Gallardo. It's funny. He came by with the Gallardo for me to shoot a video.
Yeah.
And then he said, "Would you like to keep it for a bit?" And I was like, "Okay." And here we are a few months later, and he's like, "Just go drive it, use it, treat it as your own." And I'm like, "Thank you."
All right, why not?
And then this is another friend's P1. This car, as P1s go, this is like collector car because it's, as you can see, this heavily MSO'd exposed carbon body. There are less than 20 carbon bodied P1s.
Wow.
And it's the only one that's purple.
Yeah.
And the car only has 290 miles on it.
Oh wow.
So you can't drive it. It's collector car now. It's locked into that.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah.
Huh.
But it looks amazing. He kindly let me kind of borrow it to just stare and admire. But you know what's crazier, right? Is that's hypercar from 2012, 2013. It was production spec. Only 5 years later comes along even more power in a technically series production car.
Yeah.
Because that was introduced in, I want to say, 2019. Literally in production spec 6 years later, 1,000 horsepower. SF90s are so misunderstood. You drove Max's.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah.
His car stayed here for a bit.
Yes.
For a while. I just love the SF90. Like I don't understand why people don't appreciate it, but I think it sits in this strange middle ground because it's above most supercars in price and performance.
Yeah.
But it's not special enough to be a hypercar.
Yeah.
To be collectible, so it sits in like this no man's land that people don't really understand.
Where will XX go, you think?
What do you mean?
Like in terms of collectability, pricing, and
I had no idea. I mean, it's a limited series for. If you want one right now, you've got to pay about 50% over.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of funny. It's because of F80.
Yeah.
People have looked at F80 and gone, well, that's 4 times the money.
Yeah.
It's a V6. So the demand for XXs has shot through the roof.
Wow.
Mine is here in like a month or two.
Okay.
We'll come over for sure.
Yeah.
As soon as I've got it, we'll bring that over.
Yep.
100%.
Nice.
I don't know if it'll be the car Freitag Chaos.
Nah. But we'll have our new place, so you should.
That'd be cool.
We'll have a lot of place there.
Yep.
Nice.
And then, of course, the purple Danish beast that you know very well.
Yep.
I'm trying to think what's not here. The Ford GT's not here. That's on a boat back from America.
Okay.
Been in the US for half a year.
Black Series, the C-Class?
No, I sold the C63.
You sold it? Oh, I didn't know.
The C63 Black Series. The 914 that I have is currently being restored.
Oh, yeah.
That's missing. It's funny because a lot of people look at cars like that and they say, oh, it's, how dare you get it dirty? But
what
just cars.
Yeah, exactly the same. I expect now a new car to be unveiled later with white interior.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh.
Because everyone is hating me for putting red in there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put white in the next one.
So, in my older, when I had the FF, it had a crema interior.
Yeah.
And that's super beige, but I knew this would get so much usage, I went with what they call Koyo, the kind of tan leather. Because I was like, I know how dirty these things get. I know how bad it is.
Yeah. Nice. Let's have a look at the Lego collection.
It's pretty much every Lego car from the last, I'm going to say 10 years. Not some of the older Ferraris, you know, where they started.
Yeah. I have most of these as well, like the big Lego Technic cars.
Yeah.
The majority of them.
Sorry, there's so much stuff in the way.
Oh, don't worry. It's really
One of my favourites to anybody who really knows their Lego is this, which is not built. That was the AMG team gift that they did of Lewis Hamilton's car.
Okay.
So I managed to pick this up for quite the bargain. This little box, the ones that are on eBay right now, about £2,000.
Really?
For that.
Wow.
So I'm like, well, it's got to stay in its box and look pretty on the shelf, right? It's funny how collectible and even investment-wise, like GT3 RSs, they went crazy for, I think they still are, a lot more money than they cost at the time. Because when they've discontinued them, there aren't many
But they
out
made a second edition. They made a second launch of it, I think.
Did they? I can't remember
But
exactly.
it's, I don't know, I have all of mine are still in the box, actually.
Yeah, and then actually the funny thing, Concorde at the end, that was actually a gift from Max, SF90 Max.
Really?
He flies a lot.
Yeah.
And I fly quite a lot, so we're always talking about flying, so he kindly gifted me that, which was really nice of him. Just a couple of the big ones that need to be built still.
Very, very nice.
You'll never be too old for this stuff.
True.
I love the dioramas, apart from the people who have fallen over, but I love the dioramas because it just feels like there's stuff going on. And
stuff happening.
really cool displays.
Yeah.
Just look nice.
What's the story of this?
So, did you see the Ford GT when it was wrapped in the crazy livery?
Yes.
So, the artist Louette did a piece called Hyper Pop, which was all about raising money for Calm, which is a men's mental health charity. And to support that, we did the livery of his artwork on my car. Took it to a few events and different things, and he raised a significant amount of money, like £100,000 or so, for it, which was really, really cool. And he very kindly gave me the kind of original art piece, which obviously I'm going to keep
very nice.
a hold of for the long term up on the wall. But it's things like that when you have the garage, you can start getting everything out and putting it on display.
Yeah.
Random things from over the years. Like my favourite painting is actually down at the moment. You can just see it on the left wall up there. It's
the Ford GT.
Yes, it's a painting of my GT by Garin Nikogosian, the designer of the Ford GT.
Oh wow.
Which is really cool.
That's cool.
It was so nice of him to do that. Like, love that stuff.
Awesome. Well, I have to get running in a second. So what's next for Shmee 150?
We're doing a lot more behind the scenes vlogs on the Museum channel.
Yep.
Like second channel. You know
Yeah,
the drill.
I know
You've
the
been
drill.
there. We did it. We started it about 4 years ago and then took a hiatus for the last year and a half. Keeping so busy. My side project, Exclusive Car Registry, keeps me super busy, which is cool because it's like an evolution of this, right? I've always nerded out about these cars. The stats and specs and rarities or whatever has always been my thing. But it's becoming a little bit more professional, offering professional services off the back of that. Keep going, keep having fun. New cars coming, the 2 Ferraris, Dodici Cilindri and SF90XX. 2 cars that need Nürburgring, a few cars that need Nürburgring laps. I didn't spend much time with you guys over the last year or 2.
No. But you
Nothing compared to before.
You had good excuses.
Well, it was so easy when I had a base in Frankfurt and could just pop up for TF and then go home again.
Yep.
Now it takes a little bit more planning, but you know.
We'll get there. We'll catch up this year. There's lots of exciting stuff happening.
I've got a plan. I want to come over with a couple of the track toys, so like the SF90XX, the Ford GT, and the GT Black Series. Partly because the colours together, the cars together, make a little road trip of it.
Nice.
Get them out there. The LT has just under 20,000 miles on it, so I quite like the idea of a 20,000 mile run to the ring. You know, like cross the mileage on the way to the ring and then do the laps. And that would be kind of cool.
And then park it here with 28.32 miles on the clock.
You have to be really nerdy to get that, don't you? Well,
you can. Well, exactly. It's the length of the Nürburgring meters.
Yes. I actually would love that. If we could plan that.
Yeah, you can plan it. You can just arrange a trailer. You just put it on the trailer and you transport it here.
No, but it's on 19,700. So here to the ring, some laps and back is about 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
Plus some laps, 1,100.
Yeah. Could be.
Yeah.
Could be a challenge.
We could work that out.
Title of the video.
I brought the ring to my garage.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Amazing. Well, thanks a lot for the tour. I think I'm gonna hit the road, go to the airport, fly away. And for you guys, thanks for watching and looking forward to welcoming Tim again at the Nürburgring, doing some laps. It's been again way too long, way too little. We haven't done a single lap this last year, have we?
No.
Horrible, sad.
Sorry.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments below what car should we take, and yeah, you know the drill.